What is going on, y'all? It's your boy, me and NCZ3. What is good, guys? I want to thank you guys for stopping by. That's right. And spending some of your quality time. That's right. Kiss the ring. No, I'm just teasing, guys. What is good? All right, so I got my boy Neural here. I know you guys can't hear him, but I can hear him. We are going to be testing what is the best. Is attack the best? Defense the best? HP the best? All that stuff, all right? We've got all the stuff figured out, so here's how it's going to work, right? We have all these camps lined up, just in a backwards L, right? Anyways, we got them lined up. So what's going to happen is Neural's going to attack the top camp. He's going to go ahead and get some Battle Fury, and I'm making sure my call right here is good with him. Neural, you're still there, yeah? All right, good. So the very top camp's going to get attacked. This guy right here, he's going to get Fury, and this has got one troop in it. One troop's all you need right there. He's going to get Fury. Then every last one of these camps has 15,000 troops in it, okay? 5,000 infantry, ranged, and cavalry, right? And he's going to send in an even amount of forces minus, my bad, in addition, he's going to send one T1 siege because his leader right now is a elementalist, right? And it's a green version, right? So you need your leader to get sent out if you want talents and or buffs, okay? That you have to have it, otherwise it's not going to work, okay? And so, you know, and I'll explain that to you right now. So when you go out here to your map, when you go out here to your info, all the way to the right down here, these green stats, if your leader is not in your march, you do not get these stats, okay? So if I popped an army attack buff right now, right? See, that's 115 right there. Let me just show you, right? Pop this one right here, just, that's fine. That's boom. I don't really use these all that often, so it doesn't really matter to me. Anyways, bam, right there, 135. If my leader is not inside this march, I will not get those buffs, okay? Basically, my guys, they're getting no talents, they're getting nothing. They're basically getting nothing. They're getting no kind of boost. So on that note, though, Neural, go ahead and attack the top camp. Go ahead and get your Fury started, and we'll wait for this next one, yeah? A marching we will go, a marching we will, I know, I'm literally just, I know, guys, my life's pathetic, all right? I make my own sound effects, but you know what? So do the rappers these days. You hear them say, I call them on my cell phone, you hear them, burp, burp. They make their own sound effects too, but I've been doing this for a long time. All right, the first attack does not count whatsoever. Does not count, okay? Now, this next one is going to be with zero buffs whatsoever, okay? And I'll go over the talents, how we're going to work this all out, how we get all legit, okay? Towards the end of the video, so stay tuned for that, all right? Go ahead, Neural, attack the top next to camp, and then we'll look at the numbers, okay? The numbers will not vary. If he keeps attacking the same camp with the same lineup, the numbers will never vary. I promise you guys this. Don't question it. Just take my word for it, okay? It takes too much time to set these camps up and just go through the numbers over and over and over again, okay? They will not change. I promise you guys that, right? So we got to defeat 44-38. I'm going to record those numbers, okay? No buffs. No buffs. 44-38. Now let's go with attack buff. Attack buff, okay? So you're probably wondering to yourself right now, what about Battle Fury? That's gonna... Chill, fam. If every camp has the same exact standard, which is Battle Fury and whatever talents he's got on him, it literally cancels itself out because it gets already added to it. I'm telling you guys right now, if you have a scaled on your weight, if you put your fist on it and you hit that 0 button, any additional weight you put on your fist counts. Think about it just like that, all right? So go ahead, Neural, pop an attack buff and attack this next camp, would you please? So the first one was what? What was it? 44-38. So this one should be a lot more. Should be a lot more. And the reason why we're having the mixed troops is because we're making sure it's army and not just solo troop types, okay? So this next one right here, defeat, it's going to be 44, right? 44-71. And by the way, guys, if you wanted to get the larger numbers of these, it should be roughly 16.666 times. So if I was to take 4471 and times it by 16.666, that'll be about roughly what I would get for the main number. At least that's what I think. All right, so go ahead and pop a defense buff, would you, Neural? And attack this one of the other camps. Go, 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 Power Rangers. Right, here we go. defense buff, right? And so you're wondering, how are you going to get rid of all that stuff, bro? Check this out, right? If we're going to get rid of this attack buff and this defense buff, we're going to pop an anti-scout just like this, and boom, it clears all of the buffs you've got right there, okay? Let me go ahead and explain a couple of things to you here, right? So here's the defense buff popped. Here's 4450. Wow, it barely did better. Smidgen better than no buffs whatsoever. Nothing! X that shit out! Nothing, alright? 4450 for defense buff. Now, let's try it with an HP buff. You're wondering, how are you gonna do that, VNN? I don't know how you're gonna do that. There's no HP buffs in the game. Hold on, fam. We'll try it out. Go ahead, Neural. Go ahead and put those points in, right? Remember, max out 1 and put in, what was it? Was it 15 points into 2? I think that's what it was, wasn't it? Yeah, let me double check the talents right here. So it was, yeah, 15 points into 2, and then go ahead and max out number 1 of the squad health, and then send an attack at the last camp. So essentially what we're doing right now is we are going to calculate, not really do the numbers like that, because, I mean, if you guys want to know the ratios, do them yourselves. I'll put the numbers in the description, and then you guys can, for you math whizzes, you guys can figure it out. I am not a math whiz like that, because, well, fried hot dogs. That's all I'm saying. The name says it all. That's all I'm saying. What's going on, Neuro? Yeah. 15 points in a squad health too, okay. No, bro, you gotta, so Neural's saying if you put 7 points, it's gonna be a total of 20. No, bro, you're still gonna be shy 2.25%, remember? So yeah, that's why you put 15. So I'll go over what we're talking about here towards the end of the video, okay? And how we're getting our numbers situated, okay? So we are literally missing 0.25% army health in this next attack, okay? We're missing 0.25% army health. So go ahead, Neural, send that attack out whenever you're ready. I'm just teasing, guys. I know, it's boring, all right? To hear me talk and blab on, just show me the numbers already! Patience, fam. We gotta do this all together as a team, all right? So here we go. This is Army HP now, okay? 4458. It did better than defense. So 4458, okay? It does not matter if you attack or defend. All of your stats are equally applied. Please remember that, guys. They're like, well, how come you don't pop a defense buff when you're defending? How come you don't do this when you're doing this? Chill, fam. I'm telling you right now, if you defend, your attack is evenly applied. If you attack, your defense is evenly applied. Blech. So it does not matter, all right? It will not matter if you're attacking or defending. If he put the same army camp out, right? And I don't want to get fury because I will get rallied immediately. I promise you guys I will. But if he put an army camp out there of 15,000 like we're doing right now, and the same march up, right? And I sent a march at that camp, it will literally pop up the same exact numbers. I promise you guys it will, okay? That's just the way it works. The numbers will never change as long as no other stats change, okay? So the way, I'm going to go over the talents right now, right? We went in here, and I'm not about to reset my own talents. I'm not about to do that because, one, I don't have enough guild coins and all that good stuff. But work with me visually here, right? Innate talents, we can do it just like this, right? Reset. Boom. Unlock. We had a base of 0.8 army attack the entire time, right? Base. Remember these. Remember base, okay? Don't get the numbers that I'm adding right now stuck in your head. Just don't do it because you're gonna fuck yourself up. I promise you right now. If you start adding an R in the word the, you're gonna look like an idiot. That's all I'm saying. You're like, well, how did you get that? I'm like, I'm done. I quit. Now I see what teachers have to go through sometimes, right? When somebody's just like, what are you talking about? I'm not trying to be disrespectful or mean to anybody. And if you take me as being offensive to you, maybe what I'm saying applies to you. And maybe you need to, I don't know. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, okay? 5, everything's the standard, okay? As long as all your stats, as long as all your talents are base, by the way. He has no gear on, by the way. No relics, okay? We have no forts, no nothing, okay? I know, it's pathetic, all right? Nothing, right? We have nothing, 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 okay? So when he attacks the first camp with 1 troop in there, he gets 5% army attack all the time around every single camp. So if every single camp has 5% attack, well, guess what? That doesn't matter. Remember the weight right here on the mic? Remember that? Now, if I hit the 0 button, boom, nothing. My hand does not count at this point. But the moment I put a dice on there, it counts that weight. Keep that same theory in mind because it literally works the same exact way, all right? So what we did is we popped, we did one with nothing, no buffs at all. 4438 was wounded, right? Because my infirmaries are big enough, right? Wounded / died, doesn't really matter, right? 38 casualties, okay? When we popped a defense buff, it was 4450, so only a 12 troop difference, which is pretty pathetic if you ask me, okay? If you spec or you have a piece of gear that can give you more health than defense, right? The same amount of health scored 8 troops higher, by the way, as far as me losing troops, okay? What are you like? I'm confused now. How are you confused, fam? Let me explain it like this, right? If you have a winter mitts versus some made up item, right? I don't know, bro. What I'm trying to say here is this, is that for pound, okay, defense barely scored higher than nothing at all, actually. Health scored higher than defense did. It literally did by 8 troops, okay? Remember, we're in a small setting, so in a rally versus an even amount of troops, that number becomes catastrophically larger and more, right? You guys gotta remember, right? They use the swarm tactics, so that's for a different time. I'm not gonna confuse anybody. Just know that HP trumped defense by 8, right? By 8. Yeah, I'm burping a lot. So the attack, though, trumped it by 21. 21. That is such a significance, bro. Such a significance. That means if I was to do this kind of mathematics stuff in my head, it means that one attack, and I've been saying this entire time, one attack is worth almost 3 army HPs. It's safe to say that every one attack is worth 2 HP, and for every one, almost, what is it like? I mean, the base of defense is 12. If I was to go 12 and then I was to add this 20, so it's about every 1.6, 1.7 defense per every 1 health, right? And it's almost 3 attack per every one health. So if you were to think about it like that, every 5 defense or so is worth 1 army attack. That's the way you got to look at it, like that. It sounds dumb, bros, but let's make sure the math is correct, because I'm a big fan of that now for some reason, right? I'll do the math with you guys, all right? So no attack, 4438, okay? Let's go with army attack. So 4471. 4471 with an army attack buff popped, right? Minus 4438. That's the base, by the way. That's nothing. There was a 33 troop difference, okay? Army defense was only a 12 troop difference. If I was to divide this by 12, it's 2.75. So for every troop killed or every troop that would wounded, whatever, it's 2.75% defense per every attack. I think that's the way it works, right? Or something like that. Anyways, you would need that much more defense to be 1 attack, right? You guys are with me on this one. It's a little bit late where I live, but hopefully you guys are tracking, all right? Hopefully you're tracking. Neural, is this making sense to you? All right. Neural's like, yeah, bro. Thumbs up, all right? So, look, let's go with, let's see, that's 33, and then, so that's 20, okay? So 33 getting divided by 20, it's 1.6. So you almost need 2 health for every 1 attack, right? And so you guys can do the rest of the math. I'll post these numbers inside the description, and I'll make a comment on it. You math whizzes can figure it out, but I know, and I've been saying this for the longest time, attack, health, defense, and I've said it over and over and over again, but for some reason people say, no, defense is better. I'm like, bro, that sounds like fucking Happy Gilmore when he's like, no, conditioner is better, make your hair silky smooth. And they're like, no, shampoo is better, it cleans your hair. That's exactly what that sounds like, bro. And I literally just did it live for you guys, and this is exactly how you would do it. Literally, just like this. And what we did is we did this, right? We took this up to 15 to give us 9%, right? And we went over here and we maxed this out. You said 13. It's 13 and 9. It's 22. I'm like, time out, fam. Time out. X that shit. You started off with 0.75 as a base. Remember, the weight thing, right? Anything on top of my hand now counts. But when my hand's on here at 3 points, it doesn't count. Hopefully that's not too complicated for people. I really hope it's not, because I can't really undo the points. I mean, I could, but I'm not going to, right? And this one right here started at a base of 1.5. So that's 2.25 more at 25. So we basically only had 21.75% army, or my bad, we had 19.75% army health. So we were missing 0.25, but still, it was better. It was just better. That's all I'm saying, fam. On that note, though, guys, y'all know what I'm talking about, though. Love, peace, and chicken grease. Be safe. Look forward to the next video that's coming out Tuesday. It's not going to be Lord's Mobile, but hopefully you guys stay for the host, right? And yeah. Stay classy.